Well, hello, my name is Sarah. I am the program coordinator for group fitness at UNLV Campus Recreational Services.
And I'm Christian Silva, the graduate assistant for group fitness at UNLV.
How's it going, y'all? I'm Ethan Packer, and I'm a fitness graduate assistant at the University of Central Oklahoma.
Awesome. I really love the y'all over here. I'm from Texas, so
Oh, are you?
the y'all, uh-huh. So the
Okay.
y'all really is like strong with me over here. Christian started saying it too, so
I've been
awesome. Well,
working on them.
have you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks,
And ain't.
Ethan, for joining us today. So today we're going to talk a little bit about programming, maybe get some questions answered that people are wondering on how the program will work out or how they should work out, just in general, how to set up their day, maybe some techniques they can use to target different goals that they might have. But yeah, we can just jump right in.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you make it to the gym. You made that step. You got out of bed. You're at the gym.
That's one done.
But what do you do? Like, should I do a cardio workout? Should I do some weightlifting?
Ooh,
How should you go about it?
that's a good question. I think it really depends on what your mood is, what your goals are. Um, I'm a big fan of splitting up weightlifting and cardio. I like to do my cardio at the end. I like it as a nice little relaxing time for me. I'm a big runner, so for me, that's kind of my time to de-stress. And I can get all of my anger out, and I can really push it with the weightlifting. Um, but it's really up to the individual. If they want maybe a little bit more weight loss, it's always a good idea to focus a little bit more on cardio. If they're looking to build muscle and maybe gain some weight, weightlifting is never a bad option.
So, question. What if I'm like really trying to lose that quarantine body, which is a little more fluffier than I would like? Should I do cardio before my workout and after, or does it even matter?
It definitely matters. It's all about your goal. To get that nice little quarantine bot out, it would be good to do it after still. You gotta just push through the cardio at the end, even though you're already tired from the weightlifting. Maybe you can shorten your session with the weights a little bit and then elongate the cardio. I think the number one goal when it comes to cardio is really just to have fun with it and just find something that keeps you going and keeps you interested. Um, and just really making sure that you stay consistent with it.
Yeah, so I like absolutely hate cardio. Like you won't catch me running. So what kind of cardio would you suggest I try if I'm not like super into cardio at all?
See, I used to hate running with a passion. It was my least favorite thing in the world. I learned to love running just by being outside. I'm a big outdoors person. You still won't find me on a treadmill. If I'm on a treadmill, I'm doing like a quarter mile and I'm calling it a day. But it's really just trial and error of what interests you. You can go on the bike and you can put on YouTube videos or a movie. You can read a book. You can go on the stair climber, on the elliptical. You can do the rowing machine. If you really want, you could do a nice little HIIT cardio workout while you're weightlifting. There's a million different options out there, and it's really just trial and error to find which ones interest you. You can even switch it up and do different ones every day.
Cool. So would you consider like maybe even recreational like sports as cardio? Like I like to swim, so could I use swimming as my cardio, you think?
Definitely.
Or
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you look at any of those recreational sports, it's always a really good time to get your heart rate up. I know basketball, when it comes to collegiate recreation, is such a huge thing. Um, Hopefully, basketball is a thing right now in COVID. That's always a really fun way to get cardio in. You can easily go kayaking if you have a lake by you. You could go biking. You could play flag football. I know our intramural program has a bunch of cool sports that you can play and get some cardio in, and I'm sure you guys do too. You can really just have fun with it and just find a way to stay active.
Sweet. What about you, Christian?
Well, right now I've been doing a lot of skiing, so that's my cardio. But I've been doing boxing as well, picking that up. So that's my methods of cardio. Trying to get back into running, but it's winter.
What about programming? What do we have for that?
Programming for weightlifting or programming for cardio?
Let's do weightlifting since we've already kind of like talked about cardio a bit.
So let's say you're a beginner weightlifter. How would you kind of program?
Yeah, like say I haven't touched the gym. When did we all go on lockdown? In March. How should I like get back into it? Should I do like a 3-hour session every day, or because that's just like what I want to do with my spare time in the midst of like working full time and stuff? Or can I just do 45 minutes and call it good?
If I were you, I would definitely stick with 45 minutes. We actually just got back from winter break, like I'm sure you guys did too. And I can tell you that the first session I had back, I did a 2-hour session, and Christian can attest to this. I was miserable for a week, and all I did was complain that I couldn't move. So definitely take it slow, take it easy, ease back into the workouts. The most important thing is that you're going and that you're doing something, and it doesn't matter how fast you're progressing. Just keep going and take it slow and listen to your body and make sure that your body is staying rested and that you're feeding your body and that you still have energy for your classes and anything else you have to do from your day-to-day life.
Yeah, because I find that like a lot. Like when I start getting back into like working out and everything, no one wants to be sore for 5 days. That's excessive. But like I still want to make it up my flight of stairs at home or at work or something like that. So I think that's definitely important for sure, not to like overdo it, because then why would I want to work out again if I'm sore for every 3 days I work out? So yeah, I think that's really important. I like that.
So getting back into weightlifting, what would you say a beginner weightlifter should do for sets and reps?
So I think they should really listen to their body at first. If it's their first or second time in the gym, I don't care how many sets they're doing or how many reps they're doing at all. I care all about form. I want to make sure that they're going to be safe within the gym, that they're listening to their body, and that they can get the movement down. Once they can get the movements down, I think anywhere from 8 to 12 reps, I would go 3 to 5 sets, depending on the workout. That way, they don't have too heavy of a weight, but they're still able to put a little bit of weight on the bar. And at the same time, they're not going to overextend with hypertrophy, but they can still just get a good amount of reps in to really focus on the form and to really get their body adapted to doing the movement.
You mentioned a word, hypertrophy, which is a little out of our realm for beginners.
Sorry.
But for anyone that's wondering, that's just muscular size. So when you're just starting out, don't worry about strength training or hypertrophy training. Just stick to that 3 to 5 set range and the 8 to 12 rep range. You'll be doing fine. And then once you get more advanced, you can get into that stuff.
Exactly. And within the 8 to 12 reps, when you're just starting out, you're going to see tons of progress just from sticking to that.
And if you stick for it for a year, those gains are phenomenal. Your first year into weightlifting.
They're the best gains you're ever going to have in your life. I miss those gains.
So you guys mentioned like 8 to 12 reps. So with that, like how many exercises should I do or should I incorporate into like my routine throughout my whole workout?
I don't think that the number of exercises is too important when it comes to an actual number. I would really suggest that you do a nice compound lift to begin with. So that's going to be a lift where you're using multiple muscles in one lift, such as a bench press or a squat. That's going to focus on a decent amount. And then you can isolate different muscles off of that and really just focus on one or two muscles, such as tricep extensions or bicep curls. And you just got to be careful that you're not going to overdo it. And really, the first couple times that you're in, it's really about just getting the movement down, feeling the muscles working, and really feeling how they're activating during your workout. So I would suggest maybe one or two isolating movements for the muscle group that you want.
Yeah, you never need to go in and do 20 exercises. It's just overdoing it. Keep it simple. Couple compounds, couple isolation, and you're good.
What if people don't
Exactly.
know what those are? Are you going to tell me?
All right. Well, Ethan already explained a compound like a squat or a bench or like some sort of row. But all of these work your whole kinetic chain, including your core. So basically, you're using most of your body. And then after you're doing a compound exercise, you want to move to some isolation to target areas that you want to work on. So let's say you do a squat to start, and you're like, I want more leg muscle or more quad gains. All right, let's do leg extensions or leg presses or leg curls, anything like that.
Mm-hmm. So if I'm like starting out, again, getting out into the waters of the weights over here, would I want to start, could I just like start doing full body exercises or should I split them up into like muscle groups? What do you think?
I would say starting out, if you want to do full body, that's totally fine. The problem with full body is you really can't focus on the different muscle groups that you're going to want to hit in the future. But starting out, you can get a broad workout in, and that's a good way to just get the movement down again and just make sure that your body is adapting and slowly take it in. And then in a little bit, you can split it up. If you want to go straight in and you want to split it up, that's totally fine too. It always just depends on your time commitments and just what you feel comfortable doing.
To add on to that, full body can kind of take a little bit more time, but but if you have more time throughout the week, you can definitely split it up into upper body, lower body, or a push and a pull day. So it's all about how many times a week you can go, whether that be one day or 3 to 4 days or 5 days. It all depends.
You also got to be worried about rest. Don't go into the gym 5 days a week doing a full body every day. Your body is not going to like you very much. You're going to be tired. You're going to be sore, and you're not going to be a happy individual. That's from experience. Straight from experience.
Well, that's good to know. I know we only have a few more minutes, so is there anything that we're missing that we should let our beginners know what they should do or not do?
Really, for me, I think my one big tip for them is just to relax and to enjoy it. Like Christian said earlier, you stick with it for that first year and you get the best gains of your life. Just really don't be afraid to reach out to people to help you out. We've all started somewhere, And, some of us in the industry really love this stuff, and we always love helping other people. And you can easily reach out. And I know you guys have a good network to reach out and to ask for help. And don't be afraid to ask for a spot. It's another community within the world that you can really become a part of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's totally true for sure. And like different ways people could reach out to too. I know like a lot of people Google stuff and then you can fall into like holes and and you keep Googling stuff. So at the rec center, like I don't think people understand how many outlets we have because we have personal trainers, like y'all probably have as well too. And then if they're just not into like programming their own session yet, we have group fitness classes as well too that people could test the waters in and try that out. But yeah, I think people should definitely use our resources that we have. I know a lot of people like to do their own research online most of the time. So and that's sometimes where it gets foggy, I think.
Definitely be very, very careful researching things online. Make sure it's a trusted source. And I will tell you that some of the most fun I've ever had working out was going with a group of friends to group fitness classes where we don't have to think about the workout. We can just have fun and enjoy it.
Totally. Well, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
We definitely appreciate all the knowledge that you've given us and all the advice. And I know we'll probably have additional questions that people might want to follow up on later, which they can comment below if they want to, or they can reach out to us on our website as well too. But thank you so much. And thanks, Christian, for connecting us.
Let's get it. Stay swole, baby.
Awesome.